Welcome to Wormhole Extremists. We're watching Rules of Engagement with David Reed, Nicole Rodriguez-Galdo,
Hello.
and Yvonne Cahill.
Greetings.
I don't remember this shot. This is really cool.
Yeah, I didn't remember it either when I gave this a quick rewatch the other day.
I remember seeing this when I was younger, when I was watching this episode for the first time and going, whoa,
Yeah.
what a cool like intro. Like I'm excited. I have no idea what's gonna happen. And then I was like, and I'm disappointed.
The
Oh,
UAV
that's so
was
rough.
a frequent plot device earlier on.
It really was. It's like a guest star.
Yep.
Well, this is a good shot. This
Yep.
is
Yeah, over the crest. It's very cool.
Cool.
But it's kind of funny because given like the outcome of this episode, Tilk kind of suspects that something funky is going on like really early. He says something in like just a few minutes.
interesting.
This is wild. It's like it's our people, but is it our people? So
Yeah,
How
see, he's like the big sus. He's like, they're not returning fire.
how familiar were you guys with Russian American towns?
Not.
So
Not.
this was a new thing for you?
Yes.
Okay. So we find SG-11 has previously gone missing.
I was going to say, for those who need a refresher, SG-11 was credited with discovering the trinium on the Salish planet, and they also helped search for SG-1 when they were captured by Hathor.
Mhm.
And their team leader, Connor, served under Jonas Hansen in The First Commandment.
Oh yes.
Mm.
Love Connor.
Also, the planet that they're talking about, where SG-11 went missing, it isn't actually a planet that we're familiar with. It's just a random planet. I was curious and kind of looked into it.
They have a lot of
Look at them crawling along.
Oh, absolutely.
Belly
Worms.
crawling.
they have a lot of other missions on a lot of other worlds that a lot of other
Yes, they
teams
do. Well, there's
are
a lot of
doing.
teams.
Exactly. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Quadrant? Oh, that's not normal.
Lol, ghillie suit. Hilarious. Don't they reuse these
Yes.
these weapons later on in the
Yes, they
training
do.
episode?
Season 5.
Yes,
Proving ground.
I was literally gonna bring that up at some point.
Sorry, Evie, I stole it.
No, it's all good. It's an intar. It's called an intar.
That's it,
And it's identified by the red crystal. And they
Put that
use
in
it
the
in
trivia.
Proving Ground.
They do.
I wouldn't remember.
They're Intar, short for Intar.
Intar.
Which is a nod back to the rules of the Dead Men Switch episode with Eric
Exactly. I was gonna bring that up too.
And SG-1 is dead again.
Again.
Except not dead.
Exactly. This is written by Terry Curtis Fox. It's his last Stargate credit. He wrote 3 episodes and was the senior advisor on the first 7 episodes of season 2. And this is William
Solid episodes.
Garrity's first credit of the season. Also kind of cool. We've got Aaron Craven as Captain
Yes.
Kyle Rogers.
Yep.
A role that Dion Johnston originally auditioned for, apparently. And this is Aaron's first of 4 appearances across SG1 and Universe. And he's been in a few big films, actually. He was in The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves.
Wow.
And he was in The Age of Adeline with Blake Lively and Harrison Ford.
Oh my god.
I know. And Dion Johnston as Captain Nelson. This is his first of 7 appearances.
Yes.
He's in 4 episodes just this season. And I totally feel stupid because I didn't realize that he's like one of the main characters in Sweet Magnolias, which is like one of my favorite comfort shows.
Oh, wow.
And he's been in like 19 episodes.
Wow.
I
The
didn't
Netflix
realize
show?
until I didn't realize until
my
I looked
God.
into it.
He's in
Felt
4
like a bad
episodes this
fan.
season?
Yes.
What?
Wow.
I did triple check.
I'm shook.
I mean, I know he comes back as
It's like-
Shaka.
I love that Tilk regains consciousness first. It's like, wakey, wakey, thank you, Snakey.
You had that written
Oh my
down,
god.
didn't you?
I did.
I was gonna say it was way too quick.
That was really cute.
Also, this is kind of an ongoing goof throughout the episode, but you'll see that Sam has a scratch on her face. It's like a large scratch next to her mouth on the right-hand side.
Oh.
This changes in size and disappears at various stages throughout the episode.
Why?
I don't know.
What is it? It looks like a scar from a knife cut.
I guess it was from that little kerfuffle
there it
at the
is. Okay.
start.
Yeah, I guess so. They were not. They were in tar.
Nick Nars said they reuse these weapons for Stargate training, right? Yes, a proving ground.
Yeah,
So we see them again.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh boy.
Get ready to be disrespected.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love his deadpan delivery. More trouble than dead.
They know his rank.
I've only seen this episode once, so I'm like
Wow,
really
okay.
like dialed in. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, like
Four eyes.
collectively, we're 12 eyes.
Yeah.
That's true. Us, we're all in glasses right now.
I did find it a bit weird that like this young guy is using a very like typical insult from like Earth. I just felt it was a
they've
bit
had some
weird.
training in Earth customs.
Yeah, but like Four Eyes, like
But, I mean, that's
They would
very
have had to have
specific,
gotten
right?
that from way outside of the SGC.
that's what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
I find it a bit weird that that's how they've been trained to use that terminology. Like Apophis on his downtime learned about people being called Four Eyes
How would
and
he have
then
known
added
that?
it to the training. That's what I mean. That's why I find this episode unbelievable. I find it very hard to enjoy because of that kind of stuff. But let's see how it goes.
Maybe he was just from a planet that was a little bit more I don't know, like progressive.
So that was a little foreshadowing there. Not under Hammond's command, no.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because
that's true.
there are other units in operation. They've been hearing murmurs. Our allies have been coming to us saying, "Hey, we're seeing you."
Well,
guys
they mentioned
stealing stuff."
they literally mentioned Mayborn in a sec.
Yeah.
Was that the American flag flying up there as well?
Yes. I have that question later. Like, how did they get all of this gear?
Literally.
Mm.
Like, did the SG units just go and carry the American flag whenever they're out in the field in case they have to do a burial or something? Like, I've no idea what's going on.
And they have no clue about who SG1 is, which I think is interesting. Or Tilk.
This is why I find it really confusing, because it's like, how are you so like lacking in knowledge?
I guess this is where my father, when he's sitting next to me while we're watching a show, says, "You have to buy it."
Yeah.
I don't.
I love how he yells at them.
He's
Oh my God.
very good in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
The way that Jack's just unfazed, just being like, shut up. Mister.
Colonel Mister.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Something's about to ring a bell for Tilk.
Nope. Uh-oh.
So Kalvak apparently means dismissed.
Sorry, interesting fact. Yes, thank you. I'm being grossed.
I was going to say, like, if Tilk's betrayal of Apophis was so well known, like, why don't these recruits recognize his name?
Literally. Also, he's got the
even
thing
if
on
they
his
don't
forehead.
know his face.
It's
Yeah.
first prime over here.
Yeah. Apparently, according to Sam later in the episode, this camp was set up after SG1 blew up Apophis's ship.
Correct.
So, like, he had deflected at that stage. So you would have thought that, they would have known about him, at least reputation-wise.
Execute me for the remainder
You're right,
of the day.
exactly.
Like, Jesus.
At least they're not killing them.
No.
That's true. Yeah, so this red crystal is the identifier for this particular training weapon.
Master Teal'c. Uh-oh.
Underling. That's pushing it.
It is really funny how, like, in these situations, it's always like everyone's trying to figure everything out, but instead of like thinking out loud, Teal'c just goes silent while he like ums and ahs about it, and then he won't like reveal anything until really late. And I just love that that's how Teal'c decides to figure things out by himself.
Now these guys are humans, right?
Yeah, they're not Jaffa.
Yeah,
they're
they're not
Jaffa.
Jaffa. No.
Somehow I remember that from seeing it only once.
Yeah, that's the bit that I don't get. Like, how is that a tactic? Like, how did they think they were going to be able to get through the gate without any like IDs just in SG1 uniforms? Do you know what I mean?
You gotta buy it.
Hmm.
I love that line. That information could save your life one day.
I love his name is Captain Rogers, just very Captain America.
It's
like a bit of a weird, like,
nod, yeah.
Yeah, that's the most American name you could give a guy pretending to be an American soldier, you know? Like, go iconic Captain Rogers.
Mm.
That is funny.
Changes his tune.
Completely. The way that Michael Shanks is just holding his posture now and his chin out with such, like, you know, like Gould, like leader, like vibes. He's like, I'm better than you now. My chin is pointed out.
His vibe just changes,
Yeah.
just like just spins on a dime.
He put his hands behind his back as well, like being like, yes, send for him, you know. Brilliant.
Oh boy. So this would have had to have been set up before Apophis was destroyed.
I was gonna say, like, where did he get all these recruits from?
Slaves.
Yeah, I just assume he just yoinked them from other planets.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had to have, if they're operating independently, you know, they had to have been.
Does he have like an
enlisted.
off-world recruitment office?
I guess so.
Yeah.
You gotta buy it.
I would really love to see like the Gould's way of like doing things where, like, you know, they have to sort out their bills and their invoicing and then send someone over for recruitment, you know?
Yes.
Project management. I
Is
would
there
love
like
to see that
posters
stuff.
of Apophis like pointing at the
Yeah.
screen like,
We
we
need
need
you."
you now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is the joke that I think the joke that you short for. Because you made that reference before, David, because that's from
Oh gosh, I always
yeah, because you just assumed
You biffed it.
Tech unit, tag a Minotron. There we go. I've never not been able to say it.
We should know by now that Teal'c doesn't shorten things. Teal'c is
Nope.
a man who has everything in full explanation until you shorten it yourself.
Which way do the bullets go in again?
Oh my god.
Oh.
God, Captain America's tall, isn't he? Look at him.
He is.
Hey,
That's his
he
name
is
now, it's
tall,
Captain
yeah.
America. I will not take anything else. So
Oh yeah, I think this is the first time we see a Volcume
That's it.
in use.
Yep.
First and only time, I believe.
We see it used to record in season 4.
Right.
Serpent's Venom.
oh, is it that thing? Yeah, from Serpent's Venom when
Yep.
when Teal'c's being tortured. I was
Yep.
trying to remember what the hell you were talking about.
Yeah, it's turned on its side and can take in as well as give out. So
Yeah.
it's a recording device and a display. So
I love the amount of times they brought back Apophis in like small things. Like they're like, oh, just call
Uh-huh.
Peter Williams, get him in here.
Yeah,
It was
he always buttoned up
great.
an episode. That's a
Yeah.
cool shot.
It is a cool shot. Actually, this like graphics actually pretty good.
Yep.
This is pretty good. Yeah, I'll take it.
Can you imagine like Apophis recording this kind of generic message for like wide distribution and leaving like a deliberate pause for the warrior to insert his own name? It's like,
Oh my
the
God.
warrior before you. Pause. Insert name.
Literally,
Insert name.
I want to see Apophis' secretary just being like, okay, Apophis, I'm going to need you to take a quick pause in order to wait for the guy to insert his name, and then you can carry on or do speech, okay?
You're playing
that's
it.
what
This
I
is your
imagine.
agent. You're playing it a little over the top now.
Yes.
Iconic.
That's funny. All right.
Yeah, I was reading a review on this episode online, and the person who wrote it said that Jack's line in a minute is he's like attempt to dissuade the camp for invading Stargate Command. His line is like cancelled due to rain. Like it's not very convincing. Especially since like they're dealing with like a whole bunch of really devout followers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, his role in this episode is so small. I mean, he's back obviously.
Oh, of
But
course, yeah.
yeah.
That little drawn-on serpent.
Yes,
gonna
it looks
say,
a little
very-
bit
very,
yeah, a bit
not
crude.
good. It's like he just rocked up, like, you know, to work and quickly had to just slap it on really badly with, like, you know, using the reflection of, like,
He did it with like his
cap.
opposite hand and tried to do it
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
while he was looking
You
in
can
the
see him
mirror.
applying it every morning with the black lipstick or something.
Uh-huh. I feel like this. Wait. Brilliant. I feel like he needed to be just a little bit more convincing, just a smidge.
Yeah, he's just not
Don't just
convincing
say
at
it's
all.
cancelled.
Like it's like an actual threat of invasion, and he's using a joke to try and like persuade them not to do it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jed's said these guys not aware that Tilk is a traitor. That's the thing that's confusing about this episode.
Yeah,
It's just like, how do
that's
people not
exactly
know?
my point. Exactly. Was it maybe like the only thing I can think of is like Apophis was so ashamed that it had happened
That's the only thing I can
that
think
it
of
was
as well.
kind
Yeah,
of on
that's
the
my
down
headcanon.
low, unless you were there to have witnessed it.
Yeah.
But like you also would have felt like you would have wanted to make an example out of Tilk. I don't know.
He got his agent to give everyone non-disclosure agreements in order to keep his ass kicking that he got from SG1 a secret. So,
yes,
you know, that's what happened.
Mm.
Look, Article 7, somebody wrote the paperwork.
So notice Sam will turn in a sec and you'll see the light on her face and the cut's gone. Like you should be able to
Yeah,
see it.
not
It's on the
there
left
anymore.
side.
Yeah, it's gone.
Gone.
The amazing disappearing cut.
You know what I will say about Stargate in this context of this episode and you know, other ones that aren't amazing is that every episode is always an adventure though. Like even if you don't really enjoy the episode, you're finding out something new and fun. And for the first time watching it, it's like, wow, you know, like I had a fun time, even if it was a bit stinky, you know? Like I love that anything can happen in this show. It's awesome.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is not gonna fly, Teal'c. This is
Nope.
not gonna fly.
I'm surprised they don't kill them just outright.
I know.
Yeah. Well, they're a bit green.
It's funny, they're sitting here saying he's dead. He's not. He's chilling out.
But they don't
In
know
hell.
that.
No.
Is this mic on?
He's chilling out in hell.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's really hot. He's hanging out in Hell's sauna. There we go.
Yeah, they still think it's all just a test.
Yeah.
Let him go back out there.
To be fair, thinking it's a test instead of like getting killed because
Yeah,
I think you're a traitor
absolutely.
is definitely better.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Novar's instinct is dead on.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad for him because like I'm sitting here like, stop being smart, but also good for you, you know?
Yeah.
Mm. This kid reminds me
Yeah.
of one of my friends.
Mm.
He's just even in temperament. It's just every time I see him, it's just like, okay, go away. I love him, but go away.
Oh, he's just a teenager.
Yeah. They're in the battles right now. We've got some problems.
Oh gosh.
Jed, Ted, these guys are not aware that Teal'c is a traitor? No. Gotta buy it.
Yeah, I said that earlier. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
I was responding to Jed earlier, being
We
like,
Oh, I
put
we've
that
made up our own
apologize.
canon.
aside.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he hid it probably because of shame. This is so dangerous. Like misplacing actual weapons with actual ammunition is just
Yes.
really bad.
See the
Hey,
touchback.
there it
God,
is back.
it's
Yeah.
so much worse than it was. Like,
Yeah,
what's happening?
exactly.
Uh-oh. Someone's got Teal'c's staff.
Yeah. You would have thought it would feel different than a fake staff weapon. But
I think it's still just
maybe that's the whole
still
point. Maybe they
neutralizes
wanted to
them.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nick,
Oh, shoot.
Evie and I both said it. Evie was saying the canon, and I was like agreeing and also joining in. So yes.
Get the staff.
Oh, you have not displeased Apophis, Captain America. Don't cry.
Ah.
Go find Iron Man.
I love that Teal'c says that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Blood has been spilt.
Oh no, not the
Oh
final chapter.
gosh.
That can't be good.
We're just so engrossed.
Isn't this the same music we hear in the next episode when Daniel's wife gets shot?
I don't know. I cannot hear it.
Maybe.
Sorry, David. Forgot. You can't hear it. I'll tell you. You know, I'll try and memorize the sound, and then next episode when I hear it, I'll be like, yeah, David, I was right.
I think that's O'Neill's second oi for the episode.
I think it
God.
is. Yeah, he said oi earlier on.
So rude.
Because they said something about the Chapper I, and then he said oi, and I just wanted to say Chapper oi.
We're gonna take it to Apophis.
So you notice in a second that Nelson like even has dog tags. Like, were they made especially for him, or were they sort of repurposed from a captured or deceased SG team member?
They probably reverse engineered him.
Yeah.
It is funny that they go through this training, but like, the Jafar never really get any better.
Mm.
Nice, nice. Yes, Captain America.
Interesting. Interesting psychology.
Reverse psychology.
Oh, by the way, he's not here.
Yep.
Oh, he's acting in the scene.
Wait, doesn't he
is,
call
like,
him my lord?
awesome.
My lord?
Doesn't he say
Where's
that to,
Apophis?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
I just remembered for some reason.
yes. General Hammond.
Oh my god,
Oh,
they should have buckled him
shit.
down beforehand.
He's just a kid.
Oh my god.
Jacob said the music that we hear is also when Daniel's parents were dying, he believes. Yes. Yes, it
Wow.
is. In
Okay.
Gamekeeper. Yeah, that is it.
Yes.
He's so cheeky.
You have a few more to go back and collect. I think we need to clean them out.
Yeah, so they're talking about the final challenge. So I pulled this point from the Gate World review, but I think it's relevant. Like putting aside the fact that Apophis is dead, as we now know, even if Apophis was personally overseeing the training of his troops, wouldn't he be desperate to like retain his followers? Like, didn't he lose his place like among the system lords? And like Tilk said, like he only has a handful of loyal Jafar. So we know that the Goa wolves have a high disregard for life. And I think he even says that they're used as fodder for battle. But that seems like needlessly wasteful to like desperately require followers, but then kill them off in this final challenge.
That's true. That's very silly.
Gold and wasteful, I think, go hand in hand.
Yeah,
it's just their personalities, isn't it? So
We're just cannon fodder for them. And pretty things to inhabit.
Mm.
They're all going to kill themselves because we just showed up. What they need to do is go back through with a ton of gas and just gas the whole battlefield.
Wow. Wasn't expecting you to say that.
non-poisonous gas.
Non-poisonous gas. No, yeah, there's all kinds of all kinds of gases that will just, let them sort it out later.
Mm. Mentally, not so much.
She is so tiny.
She is. She's very petite. So, another goof coming up. Watch the shape and size of Jack's sandwich. It changes 6 times by my count.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's funny.
God, I could go for a sandwich right now.
It's hospital food, of course it is.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it just changed.
Well, oh my
it just
god,
changed
that's like
hand.
rectangular. It was more curved.
Yeah.
He's
And
eating
he
different
bit it
sandwiches.
He bit it
Yeah.
from the corner, and this time he bit it from like the top.
Ah.
And that's kind of foreshadowing a little bit. Go to Sokar,
Yeah, it
because like
is.
it's like an episode, 2 episodes time.
Really funny that they did that. Mm. Yeah, you know what? It's a really good point you brought up is the fact that it's like they've brought up Hell and Sokar like a few times, and it is kind of like, and then Papa's being
It's like
dead.
a
It is kind
build-up.
of it is building up. I don't think I
Yeah.
ever really noticed the build up because the build up episodes are a bit lacking, sadly.
I used to love tuna.
I can't do it.
I have
It's-
like a love-hate relationship with
Same.
tuna. Sometimes I'm in the mood, but sometimes it's like too strong. Fresh
Right.
stuff though is different. Fresh tuna is like amazing.
Yeah. God, I could go for some fish right now, to be honest.
Tuna's for
Jack
kitty
likes
cats.
tuna. Doesn't he answer a Stargate
Yes.
call? And
Yeah.
he's like, oh no, tuna.
Yeah, I know, with
Tuna.
Ball.
Is it to Ball?
I just
Yeah,
finished a
season
great
8.
lunch. Impotence. No tuna.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Oh boy, here we go. He'll be having the exact same conversation at the beginning of season 5.
Yep.
Gecko Fett just said, why do you have to talk about the sandwich? Now I'm paying attention to it. Yeah, Evie, look what you did to Gecko Fett.
Soz. So old boy Nelson, like 20th century technology is about to blow your Apophis loving mind.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, by the way, we
God,
taped
it's a
it.
videotape.
Yeah.
VCR. Ugh. So he literally went to hell.
Yep. So long as they have a sarcophagus, they cannot be killed. Well, they cannot be killed permanently. Uh-oh.
Really good performance from him.
Yeah, he really is.
I love it. It's so eerie and it's
And his gasp
heartbreaking.
for air like gets me
Yeah.
every time.
God.
I honestly
Or not God. Screw you.
Mm.
Fake gods.
I don't
False
believe
god.
he would have said that he is afraid. I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
I've always had a hard time swallowing that.
You know what? I do believe it. That's one of the things I do believe. I think
Yeah.
that no matter who you are, I think that one of the reasons that people have this like God complex is because they're afraid of death in the end.
No,
And especially because, you know,
yeah.
he is his own God.
Let me correct. I'm sure he's afraid. I don't
Yeah.
believe he would tell his worst enemies that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
No,
always had a
Well-
hard time
that
swallowing
one.
that.
No, yeah,
Mm.
you know what? Ooh.
What
ooh.
good will it do at that point?
I feel like he was really weak and some of like his host was kind of coming out a bit, you know? I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
on a
what I
normal
thought.
day he would say it.
That's true.
No. We also just missed Tilk lying about witnessing Apophis's death again.
He wasn't in the room, was he?
No, he wasn't. He was in the operations room when Apophis died.
Huh. Oh boy. I forgot how straightforward a story this is.
Yeah. They didn't spend too much time on the planet dealing with that.
They go back.
Five cycles.
5
so 5
years?
years, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think 5 cycles is quite 5
No,
years.
it's
It'd be
not.
like
I was gonna say, is it 5 years? But
Probably
it's-
5
No.
cycles from his world.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe.
what a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Big brain, David.
so they're
So
they're
we
talking
found
about
out what happened with SG11.
SG11. Yeah. So as I looked into this, and SG11's a little bit cursed because after the events of this episode, the team reforms, but only temporarily because they lose more teammates in the next season in the first ones.
I forgot about that. No wonder they have the information that they have.
Mm.
You will give me more information. Okay, we tell each other 4 eyes to people who have glasses when we want to hurt their feelings. Yes. Okay, I have it. Next.
Writes it down. Oh.
They would have had to have been interrogating them for months for that to come out.
Yeah.
Master Gartok.
The classics.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like again, how did they get hold of all these guns?
Yeah. Maybe they have a manufacturer.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're cranking out starships, they can crank out guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about Star Wars: The Last Jedi, where both the new Order and the Rebels have the same people that are creating and selling the ships to them and the weapons. So both
Yes.
sides are getting dealt the same. And I just thought, wouldn't it be funny if that was happening in this situation? But obviously, no. It'd be really funny if the American government was just selling the Ghoul the same weapons and being like, "Oh, I'm making so much money."
If anyone can do it, Carter can do it.
Yeah.
Yep, she's got it. She just needs a VHS to DVD player.
Yes.
I have one.
Oh, you still have one?
I do. Yeah, every once in a while I come across people who need them.
Yeah, I've got one or two VHSs, but mainly just for nostalgia's sake, rather
Yeah,
than what's actually on them.
I have
Well,
the same thing.
You better un-VHS them before nostalgia becomes memory.
Yeah, well, one of them is The Little Mermaid, and it was like the first movie that was ever purchased for me.
Oh, okay. So you got it in other
requested
ways.
by me.
You just
So
have it
it's
to
more
have them.
of a memory. Exactly. Yeah.
Mine is my parents' wedding video from 1997.
Oh, you
So-
may want to digitize that.
Wow,
So this
okay.
is the only time that we see SG1 in camouflage.
I was gonna say, like, with the full makeup and everything.
Yep. And this would have happened a lot.
Yeah. Oh, look at the bandana. I love when Daniel has a bandana. It's so cute.
He rocks the bandana.
He rocks
He
the bandana. He is
do.
hot
90s
with the
style.
bandana.
Yeah.
Ugh. God.
I used to wear a bandana a lot when I was like in my early teens.
Oh, same. I had a white one and a red one that I wore a lot.
I did not.
Gecko Fett said, wouldn't it be better to have the losers keep on training? Like, yeah. Yeah, it would. It would, wouldn't it?
That's funny.
Don't kill them, just make them better.
Oh, that's really good. And then SG1 became 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he gets a very stern talking to from Jack in a second for disobeying orders.
Yep.
So I don't think you ever see Jack talking to his actual team that way.
No. Whenever they disobey orders, he's slightly like,
Yeah.
you know, you were naughty, but then that's about it. Oh my God.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wow.
Although
Oh,
I
yeah.
would do anything to get yelled at by Richard Dean Anderson like
Oh,
that. So, you know.
yeah, spit and everything, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Um,
Yes, please.
So I have to preface this little goof coming up. So it's about 38 minutes 11. So you can see a crew member in the background.
Oh.
So there's a crew member wearing a jacket and jeans. So in the scene, there's like a tripod mounted machine gun, and he can be seen behind the tent in the left-hand corner, and then he disappears in the next shot.
Okay.
That's
It's
probably
very
where
quick,
that's the guy
but
they
it's
got
there.
the Four Eyes thing from.
Maybe.
Must be him. They got some random Earth dude in some jeans and a shirt, and he told them
That's
about it.
funny.
Oh, it's
And
funny.
inventing so much headcanon just to, you know, let
I
things
love
in.
it. I love you. You got to fill in the gaps, right?
We should like write a book of all the headcanon we've created. Is that him? I see him. I think I just saw him behind on the left behind
no,
the tent.
I don't think you quite see him.
There he is.
see
There
him
he is.
right
I
there.
see him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just standing there. Good for
Dude.
you.
I love how I was just
Mr.
pointing at
Four
the screen
Eyes.
when you guys can't see me pointing.
I was also pointing
And
at the
he's gone.
screen.
He's gone.
Captain America, actually.
I have glorious news.
You're about
You're
to be
all
shot.
going
That's the
down.
glorious news.
I love how SG1's using INTARs throughout this episode, and then in the next one they stop using the INTARs. It's like just use Zat guns, you know, knock them all out.
That gun does basically the same thing, just
Yeah.
one shot.
Unless unless it has plot armor and it just you know wakes people up out of their.
You don't see Daniel properly getting into like a defensive position like this often, where
No.
he gets in there to like cover fire, and it's like, it's Michael Shanks. Excuse me. He can look really cool sometimes.
He can. Oh,
I
he
don't want to
looks-
sit there and be like, guns are cool, but sometimes guns are pretty
Well,
cool.
I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
they can be.
Well, wait till the next episode.
I love him and the rest of SG1 in Enemies when they're gunning down the hall with the replicators following them.
oh my
All
god.
of them, you know,
amazing.
in
Yes.
that formation when they're
Oh,
trying to
yes.
move backwards, it's so cool.
They're swapping. Oh, it's
Yep.
so good.
Oh,
Honestly,
well,
Yep.
iconic.
Sam whips out like some bazookery thing in the next episode, and that's
Yeah, she
that's
does.
pretty
That's
awesome.
true too. Oh yeah, when Jack gets onto the top of that modified
Yeah.
Malp and just starts
Yes.
plowing down all of the Jaffa.
Hey, do you think that's the same hanging rope thing that they used for the U in the skirt?
Yes.
Swing it a little.
I love
Quite
that
similar.
It's
so
exactly the
much.
same.
Get that
Swing.
target swinging a
Wood on
little.
it.
She's doing her best. Just
This
a
is
one
quite
man
a cool
team.
action sequence. Like I forgot how
is.
cool this is as a sequence.
Yeah. We're using 1999 computers here. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. They don't have USBs yet. And click.
Insert name.
We'll tell the rest of them later.
Mac Bolan's content just said Shanks is really cool in Burn Notice. Yes, he is. I loved him in Burn Notice. He was great.
Haven't seen it yet.
He and Trisha Alpha were like enemies, like nemesis levels. It was really awesome to see.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this episode's like conveniently wrapped up in only like a few minutes.
Yeah, everyone listen.
It's a bit coincidental.
Would you shut up, Nelson? I love how Apophis was patiently waiting.
Yeah.
It's cold there.
This is also a great way to reuse assets. Like Stargate is really good at reusing things they already have and like using
just
it for
use
the future.
what you've got.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like this
But,
episode,
like-
they just had to get some tents up in a field and then go back to SGC.
Like, it's kind of convenient. Like, they watch this one tiny little video and then they're all walking away.
Yep.
And like, it took Tilk a whole episode to break Ryak's brainwashing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, why or how were the recruits only swayed by like this one broadcast?
Ryak had
It's very convenient.
his brain altered.
Yeah, they had to do this very quickly.
So Ryak's, I mean, they've just, lost belief in their god. Ryak was had his brain altered. So
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with faith is faith, right? Which means that like seeing is not always believing. I feel like it would have been a bit tougher, but obviously they've got to wrap it up in 40 minutes.
the fact of the matter is, you're right, and you gotta buy it.
Yeah, this is an episode of just I'm having to buy a lot of stuff. And it's like, oh my goodness, like how much headcanon do I need to create in order to make this episode tolerable?
Yeah. Well, the Gate World Review basically said that this episode had a lot of potential, but it was marred by plot holes, a slow pace, and a less than believable resolution.
Yeah.
Whoa,
And
savage.
it's savage, but I think I agree.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel really bad when we like kind of
Poke
crap
holes?
on some of the episodes, because like talented people wrote these episodes
what
and
we're
like
here for,
I'm not a
though.
writer, I'm not like an expert on writing. I'm sure it's really hard to write an episode.
Oh, but
there
I
are
think even
episodes that
the
just don't
writers
land.
would admit that
Not every
episode is
episode's gonna
perfect.
be a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had to produce a lot of content in, I imagine, like a short space of time.
Yep.
So
This is definitely better than Bane and One False Step though, so I'll take it.
Jeez. Rules of engagement.